Hello from the Bureau of Meteorology with the National Weather Forecast. We've got to focus on Wednesday the 13th of November, and a big part of the story this week has been and will continue to be thunderstorms across the country. That's certainly the case on Wednesday. A couple of areas where we could see some widespread stormy outbreaks. Firstly, here on the east coast, stretching from southeast Queensland down to eastern Victoria through Wednesday afternoon and evening. And we could also see some storms develop through inland and northern parts of Western Australia. In between, high pressure means settled weather through much of the middle of the country. Let's start off with the northeast around Queensland. Pretty warm day really on Wednesday, and there's a broad region of storms stretching all the way from Gulf country up here down towards the southeast. For the northern half of that area, non-severe thunderstorms are expected and quite hit and miss, with a focus of severe thunderstorms potentially damaging and dangerous systems developing across southeast Queensland during Wednesday afternoon. In particular, the areas we're looking at starting on the coast just south of Bundaberg, around Maryborough, up to inland spots like Roma and Charleville, down to the southern border and to the southeast coast as well. That includes the likes of Brisbane, Gold Coast, Surfers and Sunshine Coast. All could see severe thunderstorms during Wednesday afternoon and evening with damaging wind, large hail and heavy rainfall. There's even the potential for some giant 5-centimetre hail and destructive wind gusts right down here near the New South Wales border. So if you're in this part of the country tomorrow, keep your head screwed on, keep up to date with the latest, in particular those severe thunderstorm warnings which will be issued as and when necessary throughout the day. Also a broad storm risk across New South Wales on Wednesday, all the way from the Queensland border to the Victorian border over central and eastern parts of the state for the slopes and ranges and the east coast. That includes Sydney and Canberra as a risk of seeing a thunderstorm tomorrow. The severe storms, the damaging wind, the heavy rain, the large hail likely to be north of Newcastle around this region here, the Northern Rivers, slopes and plains and the mid-north coast. Almost anyone in Victoria could get a shower tomorrow morning, except perhaps the northwest where it's likely to be dry and sunny. Other areas could see a morning shower, but throughout the course of the day, showers will clear out of western areas and through central districts, including Melbourne as well. So by the afternoon, the wet weather is really confined to the east, mostly around Gippsland, especially around the mountain ranges where we could see some of those thunderstorms. At this stage, it looks unlikely there'll be severe thunderstorms anywhere across Victoria. Wet weather clearing up towards the end of the day, a bit of a cool finish with a southwest wind across the state. A cold front is going to zip across Tasmania on Wednesday, bringing a risk of showers to almost all areas. Just brief light falls for the most part, although we could see some locally moderate totals around the upper northeast. As the day comes to a close, a chillier southwest wind will kick in, but it will be drying across the board. And a fairly settled and slightly cool day across South Australia. Almost all of these areas seeing temperatures below average for this time of year. Chance of a very light shower about the southeast coast and the peninsulas and islands. But if you see anything at all, it's likely to be less than a millimetre. Clear and sunny elsewhere. And we have some heat returning to Western Australia on Wednesday. Perth back into the low 30s. A sunny and breezy day for all of these urban centres. We could see some storms develop across the central and northern interior through Wednesday afternoon. Possibly some damaging wind gusts associated with those thunderstorms. And no escape from the heat and humidity across northern Australia. Another very warm day on Wednesday. The thunderstorm risk for Wednesday primarily around the Carpentaria, Gregory and Kimberley districts, where we could see some locally moderate to heavy rainfall and strong wind gusts in those areas. Elsewhere, Alice Springs, Port Hedland, Darwin, all looking to be tracking most likely towards a dry day. So do stay up to date with the weather, particularly those severe thunderstorm warnings throughout the day tomorrow, and they'll be available on the Bureau website and app. Thanks for watching and have a great day.